Good morning, everyone. How are y'all doing this morning? I am doing this in mid-afternoon, but that's okay. Or almost afternoon. I decided late in the day that I was going to get busy recording, and I am sorry, I'm shaking up my hydrate. Oh, and I took my little coaster thing out. But anyway, back to it. My name is Lynn, and if you are returning, welcome back. If you're new, I do all kind of different things with yarn. I do other hobbies as well, but mainly I focus on knitting and crochet. Now today, I got a couple things I wanted to go over. They're not must have situation type things. They are more, oh, I like that idea. It would be handy. Some are DIY, some are bought. Take what you can use, and run with it, or just say, nope, I'm good, but thank you for watching anyway. Now, back, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a Premier 1 pound thing that I'd gotten from the Dollar Tree. Well, while I was there at the Dollar Tree, I picked up a couple more things. Now, I did show y'all, hold on, I have got to. The last couple days, I have been waking up cramping in the middle of the night with not really having done anything that I thought would dehydrate me, but I'm listening to my body after the second night of waking up several times. And I do have my window open, so if you hear any air in the mic, let me know in the comments below, because I have a little fuzzy thing for my microphone. But as I normally film in the house, I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, I had shown y'all these little 16 cube things that I got at Dollar Tree. And I have since I went back to Dollar Tree and bought some more. And I'll show y'all, just in case you did not see that episode, I will show you again. It's a very fine-tuned situation back here behind me. So anyway, this is at the Dollar Tree. It is a little 16 thing. Now, these are the Hobie 50-gram balls. This is, that is not Lily Sugar and Cream. That is Crafter Secret from when Hobby Lobby had a big clearance like in 2019, and I still have some of those. And this is the Hobie Bamboo Cotton. But it holds quite a lot. So I bought a couple more of those because they fit perfectly between my Amazon purchased bins that I've had for years. But I thought, okay, well, what else can Dollar Tree offer me? Well, I did show you the vacuum seal bags that I bought from there, and they're working great. I put them up in a like a storage area in the house. It doesn't really get any airflow into that room, so I didn't want it to smell musty. So I went ahead and vacuum sealed them in those bags and put them in there because Lord knows I don't have room over here. I just don't have any more room for yarn right now. But I'm working on knocking that down. I have a lot of ideas coming up for winter to put on my website, and I'm really excited about those things. I'm really excited about using that Premier yarn that I got at Dollar Tree to do some donations. So, yes. But back to today's thing. Now, while I was at Dollar Tree that first time, and I got the yarn, and I got those little that one section thing, and then I bought one vacuum bag to test it. Well, I seen a little pouch, a little zippered pouch. It was so cute. It was dark pink and light pink checks. Well, only to get home and realize that the zipper is completely shot. It had never even been threaded on before they sewed it to the material. They didn't do the zipper to where, it would work with the teeth. So I told my daughter-in-law in one of the many trips to town that we make every now and again now, apparently. I said, I really want to go back by Dollar Tree and see if I can find some more vacuum bags, find some more of these little 16 square divider storage things. And I also want to get another one of these pouches. I didn't know if they did returns. It was only $1.25. I was willing to lose the $1.25 if they didn't do returns, but I did take it with me. I put it in my yarn bag just in case, and I couldn't. Excuse me. I couldn't find one like that. They had a blue and white, but it wasn't a blue that I was fond of, and I'm fond of most blues and purples, but it was a blue and white check, and it honestly didn't look that appealing to me. So I found another one, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I got some more of those 16 grid things to put back there behind me, which is perfect because that will help absorb some of the extra cotton that my cotton rack can't handle because it's full. And it's an over the door coat rack, and let me tell you, I have it hanging on a cafe rod at the top of my ceiling because I had it on my wardrobe, but the measurements, well, it was intended for the wardrobe, and then the measurements didn't work because they did not, in their measurements, in Walmart's measurements, it didn't add for the hook piece, which added 3 extra inches. I didn't have that space. My wardrobe's not that tall. So I needed that from Dollar Tree to handle some of the excess. And then while I was looking for the little checked, they call them a cosmetic bag. To me, it's like a notions pouch or like a small project bag. So let me show you what I have. I found, all right, I had these in a different order because I totally spaced on myself just now, but that's okay. I'll show you what all I had gotten at Dollar Tree, and then I'll show you the other things that I've gotten. So this just a cute little dark pink. It says Mama on it. Now, it will be good for any kind of notions. Usually, and I'll show y'all here in a minute what I carry, but usually I always have scissors, needles. Now this will help. Now what I'm referring to is your weaving ends needle, not your knitting needle, because they won't fit in something the tiny as what my other notions are. But this could actually fit a crochet hook or two, like if I'm going out of town for a day or two and I'm carrying knitting and crochet and I don't have one started yet, I can put the extra, whether it's the needles, the knitting needles, and because I use the circular needles, so they would totally fit in here, or the crochet hooks. And I got this at Dollar Tree, and this zipper did work. I tested it before I left, and we were wandering around because my grandson wanted a toy. So we wandered around, and I happened to see this, which is simply an eyeglass case. I was like, that would be great for notions as well. Just kind of thinking outside of the box. And it's got a handy little clip on the side that I could clip it to the side of my project bag or my purse. Sometimes my purse is my project bag. But I thought, why not? it was $1.25. Then we were walking down an aisle and I saw this. And I thought, well, that would actually hold like a small project, like a pair of socks or a hat or something like that. And especially if you go into any kind of arena or anything, any event that has a clear bag policy, you have one built in. And it's a project bag, or it could be a purse to put your wallet in and your project. Or I thought, why not? You know, they had this one, and I think it was a black option. But anyway, as you can see, it has little pockets in the front. So I picked up one of those. And I haven't used any of these yet because I wanted to show y'all. Now this is another type of project bag, but it's actually got a long enough strap on it to be a crossbody bag. And it's got, it's a little handy zipper, and you could put your project, your notions. Actually, I think I'm going to use this for, I'm wanting to try. The key word here is try, not succeed. Because walking normal flat surfaces is challenging sometimes for me. But, because my driveway is a half mile long, and in the heat of the summer, I wasn't wanting to walk it. But now that it's cooling back off, I'm really wanting to get some more walking in, and I love to walk it, because we're out in the middle of nowhere. It's a lovely walk. And I would love to have something in this and work on it as I go, because I normally have my headphones on, and but I have aftershocks that fit over your ear, and they run off that bone right there. So it's Austin, what word am I thinking of? What? Bone con bone con bone con sorry. It vibrates through the bone, and that goes to your ear. I'm wanting to say bone conductivity, maybe. It's not it, but anyway, so it lets me hear, so I have situational awareness. But anyway, this would be a perfect little walking bag for knitting or crocheting on while you're walking. Or it can simply just be a good little small crossbody bag that I can take with me for something similar to this, but I don't have to hold it in my hand. I can either put it across my body to where I don't have to worry about constantly having an available hand, but it would fit a pair of socks, that project, or a small scarf, hat, any kind of small project like that. So, and it's cute, look at all the butterflies, right? That's so pretty. And it was yellow. It's yellow, and that was my mom's favorite color, so why not? It was $1.25. Let me tell you, this hydrate stuff is really, really good. I get watermelon. You can find it at Walmart. If you don't know what it is, it's basically just like a mineral supplement, like a hydrate. I mean, like a Gatorade or Liquid IV, or just it's electrolytes, and it comes in a little pouch, and I just add it to my little bottle of water, and I'm good to go. But that one's watermelon, and it's my favorite. Everyone I talked to said Liquid IV was nasty, so I stayed away from it. All right, now recently, sorry, I don't know if it's the wind blowing hair under my nose or what, but it's got my nose itching. Recently, we had what's called Aiken's Macon, and it is a craft vendor show that takes over the downtown of Aiken. It runs for 2 days. It's on a Friday and Saturday, and I don't know. I told y'all about this way back at the beginning, but it's been a minute, and a lot of people just who find me on here just start from where they find me and watch from here on out. Some of you have watched a lot of my older videos, and you might know what I'm talking about. But I had looked in January. Now, I didn't start this channel until March, but in January was the deadline to be the application deadline to be a vendor at that event. And I really wanted to do it. It was it's been a goal for a few years. I just didn't think I was good enough. And then finally when I felt like I was good enough to enter, to sell at that event, I missed the deadline last year. So I was like, okay. So I was all set for the deadline this year, but I was not ready for the sticker shock. It was $210 for a 10 by 10 space. Now I know some of you who do markets and whatnot, you may be like, oh, that's cheap. Well, down here in the South, that is atrociously expensive. And if you're down here in the South and you think that's normal, tell me, please, in the description, why this is so high. Yes, it is a 2-day event, but I don't know. Anyway, so part of the application process is you have to take a picture of your setup, and you have to pay $30 application fee with sending in a long list, and they want videos or pictures of you making your items, which that's great because that keeps a lot of the resellers out of that market. But at the same time, when I went this past September, I didn't get to go last September because I broke my pelvis. But right before Aiken's Macon, that made me so mad because I had intended to go scout it out to see if it would be worth spending the money of the registration fees. But anyway, so you have to go through all that process, and the application fee is gone. And they judge you, based on the pictures you send, your setup, your products. It's a jury, and they decide whether you get into the event or not. And if you don't, you're just out of the $30 application fee. And I'm kind of like, what? That don't seem right to me. But I don't do markets on the whole, so maybe I'm wrong. Let me know, please, because I don't know anybody who does markets personally in my offline life. So if my online life, and if any of y'all do markets, educate me, please, because I want to know. So anyway, I did get to go this year. My daughter-in-law and me and my grandson went. And for a 4-year-old to walk around an event for that long, he was awesome. But it was more of a recon mission. So I really wasn't going to buy anything. I did have my eyes out on some pouches, some Notion pouches, because I was like, that would be cool to support a local artist and see, what I could find. And I did come across this lady, and now I feel horrible because I don't remember. Ha, ha, I have her card. I was about to say, I don't remember her name, but it is Faye Shores, and she's called the Purse Lady. Oh, so she's not even here in Aiken. Huh. Okay, I thought it was for local vendors or local makers. She is in Varnville, South Carolina. But I'll see if I can give you. So, cool beans. Okay. Well, I love her little pouches. And this little one, Now, I don't know if they were special prices for this event or if she, let me see. I think she had a website on there, does she? No. So she doesn't have a website, but you can email her if you do want a pouch. But these were $4 and these were $5. Well, y'all know me and horses, and this one's so pretty. It's got the black horse on this side and the Mustang looking horse on this side. She had more, and she had a Carolina Gamecocks zippered pouch. And I said, where's your Georgia Bulldog? I mean, where's it at? And I don't think she had any because she was like, I'm sorry, I don't have any. I don't even think she had any previously. Her husband tried to make it, like he probably did, but because he was looking for them, but the vibe I was getting off her was no, they didn't have any. And that's okay. But then I found this little beautiful blue and purpley hummingbird one, and I thought, okay, I wasn't sure if my scissors would fit in this one, so I got this one. And I'm going to show you. I'll show you what's in my Notions things here in a minute, but this is the scissors. Okay. Well, obviously it fits perfectly in this, And this one, I think I could fit it in. Yeah, I could fit it in there. But it's because I'm trying to go in like this. So if I can get it down in there, it might. I don't know. I'll try it both ways. I think I tried this the other day when I bought it. Yeah. So see that works. I can just zip it in. The only reason why I haven't rushed to pack this one, and I might end up using this one as a little change purse. I have and I know some younger people probably think that's the old lady thing. Well, I don't use a whole lot of cash, but when I do and I have change, I don't like it just wandering willy-nilly in my purse because I've done that for years and years and years. And it's easier for me to reduce the weight of my purse if I keep my coins to a minimum. So if they're in a pouch, I can go out every now and again and thin it out. But anyway, I really like these little bags. And I thought about it. And if I want any more like this or a special size, I can make my own because I do sew. I just have to get some zippers. Now, I did enjoy Aikens Macon. I don't know. There was only 3 crochet booths out of probably 50 to 60 vendors. There was probably, 3 that had crochet. I don't think I've seen a single knitter out there, but um, I don't know that they had enough business to make it profitable, and I wasn't going to be as crass and just ask them, you know. I just don't feel like that would have been in good taste. But anyway, so I don't think that I'm going to do Aikens Macon. Um, I might do it one year just to bring awareness to my website, and that might be a good enough investment for me for advertisement. And then if I sell things, that would be awesome. But nobody had the things, the 3 that I did see. Now I did see one lady, she had hats and scarves and shawls, and then she had amigurumi, and then another one had only amigurumi, and then another one had some sewing stuff and amigurumi. So none of them really had the things that I carry, like the kitchen stuff and market bags. And so I might give it a shot for one time. I'm just really hesitant to lose the $30 application fee if I'm not judged worthy to be in the event. So we'll see. It was a good experience, because I've been to Aiken's Making, but it was before I was a maker. I mean, I always crocheted and knitted, but I wasn't even at the scope of looking to be a market vendor at that point. So I've shown you that. Now we're going to go with one I want. This is something I won off of Temu for playing Fishland. But it's what part of K2, P3, K2 together, P2 through the back loop, K3, slip one, make one left. Don't you understand? Now, is that not cute? I thought this was just too blasted cute. And it's printed on both sides. And it has some balls of yarn and a knitted heart, which you're probably seeing this from this side. And then, some flowers and I think it's, yeah, because since it's knitting language, it's okay. So it is knit 2, purl 3, knit 2 together, purl through the back loop, knit 3, slip 1, make 1 left. And I just think it's so cute. Now it, like these others that I got from Dollar Tree, will make a good little small project bag. The only thing I think I might do if I use this as such, I might rip out, use my seam ripper and rip out a little bit in the seam and add like a wrist strap. Or I could do a wrist strap and hook it to this. But the only problem is I wouldn't want this full open and walking around and it hanging off my arm. So I don't know. I think I would feel better with it like this. That way I could kind of leave it slightly open for my yarn to feed out and with my project in my hand. And then when I need to put it away, put my project back in it, zip it back up, and it's not ever have to come off my wrist. Or I could just make one and just leave this as one that I can slide in my purse to keep my project contained and not tied up anywhere in my purse. But I do like that idea. Now, these are a little bit different, and this is where I'm going to show you what I have in my Notions pouch. This was my original Notions tin. I love Altoids, okay? And these are, if you like these little mints, you can just buy one and you have a ready-made that smells really, really good. It smells like cinnamon still. And this is what I was using, okay? And there's nothing wrong with them. I love my little Altoid tins. But, and I still will use them. I'm going to put them here to the side. But I seen a podcaster, which is the Cozy Cottage Crochet. Hannah, she is adorable. She is so sweet. She is an affiliate of a yarn company, a yarn dyer called Twice Sheared Sheep, and I'll put that link down below. I'm not an affiliate, but anyway, I was watching one of her podcasts, and she said that they were having a clearance on a lot of different things, and I seen these adorable butterfly Notions tins, and it slides open just like that, you know. Now the first one I received, I put in my project bag. I loaded my Notions up in it, put it in my project bag, and I got home that night and it was bent. I had lost half of my stitch markers somewhere in the bottom of my bag, but some probably fell out wherever I was when I took my project out and was working on it. So I sent her a message at Twice Sheared Sheep and I said, just to let you know. Now, I didn't expect anything. It was more of a, just to let you know, I don't know if this was a small batch because I bought 2. And I didn't know if it was a small batch that she had bought but I just wanted to let her know that the integrity on the tin wasn't all that great. And she didn't question anything. I had sent her pictures just to show, because it had collapsed on the side, and that made the tin shove open. And with it collapsed, the lid wouldn't stay on it to keep my notions in. She sent me 2 more. So, and I did try this out. We went to my husband's doctor yesterday. I did not put my stitch markers in there, only because I didn't want to lose any more. So I just put my pair of scissors in there, and it had 2 cones of Lily Sugar and Cream in my project bag, because I'm working on a market bag, and it didn't bend it. It didn't. So it might have just been that first 2 that she sent me that I bought was just a defect. I don't know. I didn't even try the second one because I was so scared of losing more stuff. And then when she sent me these, I felt obligated to try it out. So I said, I'm going to try it out with something big that if it does fall, I can hear it hit the floor. So I did, and that worked well. So I took my scissors and I put them in my Notions, my other one. Now, these are surgical scissors, but they're the perfect size for travel. I mean, and they go in here beautifully, if they fit in there just perfect. And they're sharp. Oops. They're sharp enough to where I don't have to worry about not being able to cut my arm. So I keep my pair of scissors. I keep a weaving needle. I have some of the little, usually I only keep about 4 of these little, oops, and I keep dropping it. Well, it went on put in my cart, so I'll have to get it in a minute. But anyway, let's see if I can do that without dropping it. But anyway, it's like my words aren't working. Diaper pin, what are they called? Safety pins. It's like a safety pin, but it's plastic. Then I have, I only have 2 light bulbs in here. I have my light bulb stitch markers, because not every stitch marker is perfect for the same project. So I just keep, and I have 2 or 3 of these going at any given time, because I have some in here, I have some in here, then I have one in a project bag that's being used. So, okay, so back in the day, I used to make jewelry, and when I made jewelry, I did jump rings. Now, jump rings are the perfect little stitch markers that don't get in the way. Let's see if I can't show you. I'm trying to do this so that you can see a backdrop, and it's just it's not working very well. But they're tiny little jump rings. And let me see. I might be able to use my guide here to see about how big they are. Looks like they're about 7 millimeters. So they're real small. You couldn't do it on anything bulky, but mainly I use these for my start of the round on socks or hats. And that way I can use other stitch markers or other progress keepers, and it won't get confusing to me. And usually, it's so funny because I keep 4 of the safety pin ones, the plastic safety pins, and then I do 4 of the light bulb, and then do 4 of the closed jump rings that I have secured on a little metal safety pin. But that's kind of my little to-go Notions tin that I keep. Like I said, I keep them packed up so that when I'm ready to go, only thing I have to do is toss it in my project bag and I'm ready, Most of the time, if I'm working on an existing project, the only 2 things that I need, especially if it's mindless knitting or mindless crochet, I only need my scissors and my weaving needle. So, yeah, most of the time it's no big deal. I just take it, toss it, and go. Now, the, going back to Dollar Tree, I know I kind of jumped around, but like I said, I went a little off kilter. I'm trying not to be as scatterbrained as normal today. And I'm partially succeeding and partially not. But, none of us are perfect, right? All right, one of these have my sunflower equipment in here. So I have my yellow, my Premier Just Pound, my dark brown, my light brown, my green, and then two of the sunflower motifs. Because, I can take this with me. And in fact, that's where one of my... hold on. See? I have this in here, which has, like I said, a little doodad. But I haven't converted this to this yet because it was just yesterday that I tried that new set that she sent me. But anyway, I found this cute little watermelon bag, and I thought, how perfect is that for a project bag? And I like it has light light green and the dark green for to represent the different colors of the thing of a watermelon. And then I seen the bigger bags. Okay. I haven't worked on a blanket that I had to carry around all summer. I've been working on, the small little motif type blankets that I sew together later. But I do have a lot of completed bigger blankets. So I know it was a good investment of $1.25 to get these that I bought. That being said, it's starting to cool off, and I will probably be making blankets this winter, if nothing else, just for the donations. I don't need any more myself right now because I'm working on my Battenberg blanket for me. And I have all of the blankets that I've made. But I don't know I don't know about putting them on my website. They're the biggest space hog. So I would love it if I could and get them sold. But I don't know if they'll sell. So we'll see. But anyway, that being said, I do have calls for buying a bigger bag. Now, in the past, I have used my mom's Texas tote bag, but right now it is home for my scrap balls to do just random scrap granny squares, my solid granny squares that I will end up adding into a blanket once I get enough of certain sizes, because the balls are never the same size. So some of my squares are 3 squares, 3 rounds, some of them's 4 rounds, and then whatever that I'll have to add around for those. So I can't use the Texas bag. My daughter-in-law bought me a project bag that is very multicolored flowers. It's beautiful, but it's also zippered. And sometimes my yarn catches on the zipper. So I use it, but I don't use it a whole lot. So when I seen these, I was like, perfect. They're $1.25, and they're pretty. Look at this. It says, "Make today amazing," with this pretty little butterfly and some flowers. And it has the Now, it's that weird material, like a recycled plasticky material. I don't mind. I don't mind that a bit. But it has that type of bottom to where it will stand up. I haven't used it yet because I haven't, gotten into winter to making. Yes, I know it's a lot of noise. Sorry. But see, and I thought, for $1.25, sure. And that will hold a pretty good size blanket project. So I got that blue one, and then I got this pink one. It says, enjoy the little things. And I thought this was pretty. Has little bumblebees on it. Or, actually, no, that's not a bumblebee. Honestly, that looks more kind of like a yellow jacket. I'm not going to lie. And it has the same type bottom. And it's made of the same material. Now, the handles are nylon. And I did look at them. And they look to be pretty well secured. Pretty well sewn in. But even if they only last for a couple projects, it's not a waste because it was $1.25. Or you could also use these in the areas that don't have plastic bags anymore, and you have to have your own reusable grocery bag, like for Aldi's or Lidl's or any other. In some states, they don't have plastic at all anymore, so these would be perfect for those too, and they could be shopping bags or project bags. It could be both things, right? um, I did have a couple more things that I wanted to go over, but I think I've talked a lot. I have no clue how long I've been talking. Usually I will look at my clock and see, about how long I've been, because I don't have a timer up there. Um, but I have no clue. Hopefully I won't get mad at me if it's a short video today. But like I said, I wasn't planning on recording today at all, because I have a couple things in the works and I wanted to get them knocked out, but it didn't happen. And I have to be filmed by tomorrow. And I didn't want to rush first thing in the morning. So I was like, you know what? It's a beautiful day. Let me show them what I got. Now, none of these things that I bought are things you must have. They're handy, yes, but I've never been one. In fact, the first project bag I ever had that was a true project bag was what my daughter-in-law bought me for Christmas. I used my mom's Texas tote bag. I used Joann's bag, Walmart bags. That's usually what I've always used. And if I had anything that I needed to take with me, I put it in a little Ziploc bag and put it in that bag. And it suited me fine for so many years, up until this past year. And I've delved a little bit into having the cute little Notion stuff idea. Now, that's when these came into play. Because I was like, I had a tin of Altoids sitting on my little table beside my recliner, and I was like, I finished my last Altoid, and I thought, huh. So I put my little surgical scissors in there, and I thought, perfect Notion tin. And these are a very sturdy metal. So it's like a free tin because I eat Altoids anyway. Now, did I buy these others knowing that I was going to use them as tins? Yes. But it's not the first time I've used an Altoid tin. I have my fuses for my car in one of these. I have some random nuts and bolts in another one. So I have used these as little organizers in the past, but not for my knitting and my crochet. And I don't know why it never dawned on me, but yeah, this led me to this, which led me to this. You see the progression here that I'm talking about, which led me to all of these. And the project bags that I bought at Dollar Tree, you know, it's just what it is. But I also have some moon ones that I bought from Joann's for like $1, I think, when I needed to have, uh, in fact, well, no, I'm not gonna, yeah, hold on. Like this one right here that has the little phases of the moon on it. I think this is so adorable. I bought that when I needed, I think it was you know, when you pick up in the store and they give you the $5 off 10. Well, I was like 40 cents shy, I think. And it was on sale for 99 cents. So, sure, I got that. And that put me over my $10 mark to get the $5 off 10. So, I have two of those because I did that one other time. But the other one has my daughter in law's swimsuit cover up that I'm holding on until the cruise. And she'll get it you know, to take on the cruise. But I'm just, you know, not wanting it to disappear. And not disappear in a bad way. I'm just saying, uh, well, she's got a toddler. Sometimes things get chaotic with toddlers. But if you don't have any of those things, like I said, Walmart bags, Joann bags, you know, those work great. And you don't need all this extra stuff. Do I like having them? Yeah, I do. Because, I mean, come on. Is that not cute? And everything that I have and that I've gotten is free, free, $1.25, or $5 and under. You know, you can't get any easier than that. Or if you're handy and you sew, you can just make yourself, you know, some yourself. Now, I do have some Georgia Bulldog material that I bought years and years ago, and it's not dry rotted, surprisingly, but I bought it to make curtains for my son's bedroom back when they were in high school, or it might have been middle school. It's been a long time since I had that fabric. But I'm thinking about turning that into either a notions pouch or a small little um, bag like this with a strap on it. Because I represent my Georgia Bulldogs all the time, but especially during football season, you know, we live in South Carolina, so a lot of people are Gamecock fans over here. I was born and raised in Georgia, so yeah. But even my husband was born and raised over here in South Carolina, and he's a Georgia Bulldog fan. So it's not because you grow up one place or the other. It's just what team you know you end up liking. But we have to go every month, and sometimes like I took him up for one of his injections yesterday in his neck, and we had to go up to Columbia, which that's the heart of Gamecock country, you know, because William Bryce Stadium and University of South Carolina and all that is up there. So I have to represent my dogs when I go up there. So what better way than to take, instead of a traditional like I took yesterday, instead of just, you know, a traditional project bag, do a dog bag, right? Well, if you have stuck with me this long, thank you. I hope you've been inspired. If not, don't be inspired to go out and buy anything, but you can make a lot of these things that I've shown you. Um, if you even have the need, or just go visit your Dollar Tree and get them for $1.25. But with that, I'm going to get off here, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.